Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Nier Reincarnation, the 2.5 anniversary is basically done. We still have a few kind of free pulls, and then the combined anniversary costume banner. But at this point, we're really just waiting for the upcoming collaborations. So let's do a look back. And I'll give my thoughts on both the pre-anniversary campaigns and then the anniversary itself. I'll talk about what I liked first, and then what I didn't like. And then finally karma, because I like and dislike parts of that. And then you might see my suits here in the background. I am moving this week, so I'm going to pack those into boxes. So this will probably be my last video until the next weekend. Okay, likes. And unfortunately, only one of these is a system improvement, I guess you could say. And only one of them is a quality of life. But first, I was happy that we got something rather than nothing. I talked about this in my second anniversary videos, but getting the two banners very close to each other was very worrying. And then there was a lot of evidence at the time as well that the game's future was in question. And so one of the possibilities that I laid out for 2.5 anniversary would be that there would just be nothing. And then, like, perhaps the survey rally banner where the old units got the fan vote and then the buffs might be the only thing for the anniversary. But instead we got the new circus theme and we got Handout Griff and stuff, so that was a relief to get something. Next, this is maybe the one system upgrade, but that was all weapons getting level 100 capability. I was happy about that. Next was the Mama Exchange. I'm always happy to get that. I used that on New Year's Yuri, I think it was. Next was the free pulls, the 280 free pulls. Would have been nice if every 10-shot guaranteed a 4-star, or if every 4-star was a costume, but I guess I can't complain there. I also enjoyed the live stream, as usual, and then the dramatic recital. I translated that, I'll link to that below. The folks at the Nier Wiki that got in contact with me, the transcriptions are still not up. I wonder what that is. Flakiness, perhaps. Next, there's the update to the daily summons and the missions. This is the one quality of life that we got. But yeah, nice to have fewer missions. Nice to have those kind of bonus Black Pearl pieces and stuff on the daily summons. The Handout Mama is nice. What is it? Fire, resistance, and then a heal. That's useful. The Oracle cards, and then the Mama Dream Pull. That's nice to get the free stuff there. I saw some talk that the Mama Dream Pull was unfair, but I would consider that fair because we all get a chance at this stuff in there. Nobody in JP has still gotten the highest, what is it, 300k gems, so we'll see if somebody gets that. Next thing that I liked was the Survey Rally banner and then the buffs. This was maybe the best banner ever in the history of the game. I went to the ceiling twice, and no regrets about doing it. Very happy that I pulled in there. Usually, when we get a banner which has so much value in it, maybe the units in there are not so great, but these buffs made all the units in there very usable. And then like half the units were like top tier anyway, so it was good to get more pulls of those. Next, the reset for the first time clear rewards of that story mission, that event story thing. I would love to see more of that in the future. Sometimes some mobile games, they will do like where the entire story is reset. So if you play through the story again, you get the gems again there. That would be very generous for Nier Reincarnation. Dark Memories for everyone, that's nice for my JP account especially. Batch Slab Unlock, very late, but happy to have it. And then the updated Healer support banner. I like that with the 100 ceiling and being able to exchange for some of the newer characters like Bloodless Demas. Alright, so that is what I liked about the anniversary. Next are dislikes. There were no updates, quality of life updates to subjugations. It's a game mode. I talked about this in a recent video. I guess I'll link to that too. But it's difficult to kind of build your account towards. It's difficult to prepare for, and it's difficult to play. It's very kind of esoteric and obtuse as a game mode. And then the fact that you kind of have to go out of the game by doing the task kill, exiting the game in order to reset a wave, is very unfriendly to the users. Hopefully we were going to get something for that, but no, we didn't get anything. And then like the auto team build as well, I feel like the developers have just given up on that for all game modes. That's too bad. The next thing I dislike is this crazy compensation for the Divine 063Y. I think it's way out of proportion for what the problem is. And then like things like, especially the large antlers and then the rainbow shiny coins, those are typically gotten, through either great amounts of time or like very, very powerful accounts that put in a lot of effort to getting good scores in subjugation. So I think that's a bit much there. Next, this is not really a dislike, it's more of a meh kind of thing, but it's like the dust weapons put in the arena exchange. I'm happy to have them, of course, but it kind of feels underwhelming as far as how much effect they're going to have on the game. And then it's pretty clear that the developers want to encourage more inter-mode play, or rather they want to encourage more players to play more parts of the game. It's fine to a degree, but it also feels ham-fisted to a degree. I will complain about this when we get to Recollections of Dusk. But speaking of Recollections of Dusk, Lars, when he got his very hard quests, there was a light festival banner. There's no water festival banner for Noel this time around, so that was also a very nice banner that I was happy to pull on. But nothing offered here, so that's a shame as well. And then further updates to Recollections of Dusk. The developers can't seem to decide how difficult or how accessible they want to make these quests. For some of the early ones, like Fio and Leon, they changed it so that you need fewer of the element costumes, and then they said that they were going to reintroduce the weapon limitations, but I went through Noel this time, and I didn't experience any weapon limitations. I used the same weapon in multiple doors on the same stage, so yeah, I don't know what's going on. But as a game mode, it's like, it's nothing now. I can just copy-paste my teams and then just do auto-battle all the way through, so yeah, I lost my favorite game mode, and I will never stop being angry about that. And then my final dislike is the way that the anniversary banners were set up. I've talked about this multiple times, including before the banners even started, but that setup is not kind to users, whether you are free-to-play or whales, because it's one limited character for 1 week. That's a very short time for a banner, and so that gives zero time for free-to-play users to save up to pull for who they want. And then for whales, since they're all separate, if whales want multiple characters, they're going to have to pull multiple banners. And then if they do the paid gems, they're going to have to go to the last step there in order to get the guaranteed get. If they do the free gems pull, the banner rates are lower, so their chances of having to go to the ceiling are higher. And yeah, I think a lot of people caught on that these are not friendly banners to users. And then I'll talk about this in a few days because we're coming to the end of the month, but even with this kind of exploitative banner setup, it's still not leading to sales, so we'll see how it plays out. The sales for this month, they are already better than the last 3-month slump, but it is not on pace to reach the previous low or the previous average even, so we're looking at a 4-month slump for lowest sales ever. And at this point, it's like, what can the developers do to encourage sales? As I said before, summer bikinis did not motivate people to spend, a Final Fantasy collaboration didn't motivate people to spend, and an anniversary didn't motivate people to spend. So I think we're looking at the end of good income for the game. Okay, finally, let's talk about the karma system. I like it because we can finally customize our characters. They said that Slavs were going to do that, but that didn't turn out to be true. Everybody had the same available customization. So you can put kind of damage multipliers onto people that maybe weren't good enough damage dealers before. That's pretty major. You can speed up weapon skills or character skills. You can add some more support stuff for guys. On that third karma slot, you can raise the chance of more hits on normal skills for the entire party. I didn't notice it was for the entire party at first, so that's pretty helpful actually. However, doing the karma resets is too expensive materials-wise, particularly the character upgrade stuff. I made a video where I went almost 100 resets on one skill. I'll link to that below as well. I saw one prominent JP player go 400 resets on one skill. That's just ridiculous. That's too much. And then, yeah, the user experience is also not good. It's, you know, tens or dozens of minutes staring at the screen, pressing buttons. I've heard ideas on how to improve this, including, like, every buff that you get and reject is no longer offered to you. Or a bank, you know, where the skills that you see, you can kind of keep. And then if in the future you want to change, you can go to those. Part of the fun of customizing your characters is that for different situations, you could customize them differently. The way that the karma reset function is set up now, it's very unfriendly and very expensive. This is more a question mark rather than a like or dislike, but the schedule for release. The director did say that all costumes were going to get the karma upgrade eventually, but there are a lot of characters, and we haven't gotten any the first week, so if it's every other week, and they do, I don't know, 5 or 10 every batch, you know, how long is it going to take for us to get to everybody? Are we going to get to everybody before the game shuts down? That's my worry. Alright, and then this is maybe the thing that I am most upset about, and that is karma for Recollections of Dusk costumes only being able to be done with the rainbow shiny coins from Subjugations. Again, Subjugations is a weird, kind of uniquely, kind of poorly designed mode. It's not doable, especially at the plus level, for a lot of players, and so, like, I may never see a karma'd Recollections of Dusk character on my account. And I love those costumes. I use them all the time in Arena. So that's kind of upsetting that I'm not using my favorite characters at their max level. But yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say in conclusion about the 2.5 anniversary. On the whole, I'm pretty happy. There were lots of handouts, you know, and then again, we got something rather than nothing. But yeah, there's still a fair amount to be dissatisfied with, and a lot of actions kind of taken by the developers, especially this year, which kind of look like directionless, or they weren't thought out, or they weren't play-tested. So I would like them to get back on the ball. Keep a dynamic balance in the game, so that there's, you know, various options in order to be competitive in the game. I also hope that power creep slows down a little bit. As we see with the recent banners, you know, very quick or fast power creep is not leading to sales, so maybe the developers can rein that in a little bit. And if we see more quality of life updates to make the game, all game modes, you know, more approachable. Not necessarily easier, but just more approachable, less like busy work. I think that would be great as well. Okay, I guess I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.